we're dealing with the zero product property, and we need to solve these. We need to find out what x equals. There's a couple different ways that we can do it, and the way that we already know how to do it is we could multiply these. We could FOIL them if you wanted to, but distribute these, multiply them, then plug them into a quadratic formula. But there's a shortcut, and this is what we want to use right now because it saves us a lot of time. If we know that two items multiply together, and we'll go m times k, well, let's go m times n equals 0, then either m has to be 0 or n, either one, or both of them have to be 0, okay, in order to multiply together and give us the answer of 0. So it means that m would equal 0 and n would equal 0. So we're going to use that same thought process when we're dealing with these, okay? This portion here has to equal 0, and this portion here has to equal 0. So I set up two equations. X plus 7 equals 0. That side it needs to be set equal to 0. The same thing for this side. X minus 10 equals 0. Okay, so now I solve it. Subtract 7 from both sides. X equals negative 7. Do the same thing over here. Add 10 to both sides. X equals 10. Whoops. X equals 10. So this is my answer. If I were to plug that into the quadratic formula, I'd get the same thing. But this one's just a big shortcut. Okay, it's already set equal to 0. I just break the two apart. X equals negative 7 and 10. Now we're going to do another one here as well. If we went 3m minus 12 times 7m plus 70 equals 0. We're going to use the same process. This one's a little bit more complicated only because it's not a one-step equation that we're actually solving. Okay, so we're going to go down here. 3m minus 12 equals 0, and 7m plus 70 equals 0. Okay, I solve it just like a normal equation here. I've got to isolate my variable, so I get my constant on either side. 3m equals 12, so m equals 4. Okay, I'm going to divide both sides by 3. M equals 4. On this one, I subtract 70. Kind of a bad 7. 7m equals negative 70. Okay, my last step is I have to divide both sides by 7. M equals negative 10. So same process, this one's just a little bit more complicated because the actual equation involves a couple steps, but m equals 4 and m equals 10 would be your answer for that one.